Hi, my name is Riaz. I'll be presenting to you about host machines in this video. So, host machines are your desktop or your Mac machines or your laptops. So, basically, these are the machines on which you would sync your code from the repo and compile the code, make any modifications, and recompile. So, Android can be compiled only on Mac OS platform or on Linux. You cannot compile Android code on Windows. But however, there is a way to work around the problem or the limitation in Windows, which I'll show you in this video. So first, we'll start off with Mac OS. So the file system requirement for compiling Android is it needs a case-sensitive file system, and by default, the file system which comes with Mac isn't case-sensitive. So, however, there's a solution for this. You can create a small image of 40 gig size or even more, uh, and which is a case sensitive file, and you can mount it on runtime and use it for syncing your code and compiling it. So I'll show you the commands that we can use for that. So there's a command utility called HDI-util. This would be by default available on your Mac OS platform. So I don't think anything needs to be installed to get HDI-utils. So what it does is it takes parameters called create and what type of file system sparse and case sensitive in the size of 40 gig. So let me just create a file for you. So I'm going to create it in the current location. So yeah, the files has been created. So you see android.dmg plus parse.image. So this is our file, which is going to be 40 gig of size max, in which we would be syncing our Android code and compiling it. So when I say ls minus lh on this file, it shows as only 160 MB of size. So which is basically that's how much is the size that's been occupied out of the 40 gig. Let's go ahead and mount this file system. So we can use the command HDI-util attach, and we say mount point, where do you want it to mount. So yeah, I removed those two characters because the android.dmg is in this location. Actually, it's .dmg.sparse image. Yeah. So it's mounted. So when I say df minus h, it shows me that this volume Android is mounted. It's a size of 40 gig and use is only 148 MB. So as we start putting data out there, the size of it keeps increasing. So let's go to the locations, cd/volumes Android. So this is where our code will be synced over here on macOS platform when you do the development. And once you're done with your work, you can unmount the file system using the command called HDI-utils and follow the parameter detach. So that's it. Now if I say df minus h, I won't see that file system, so it's not installed. So cool. This is how we create a case-sensitive file system for compiling the Android source and syncing the Android source and compiling it. So next, let's go for the alternatives. So there's even another alternative, like we can install VMware, and in that we can run a Linux distribution of whatever suits you. But usually the recommended is Ubuntu because there's enough support provided by Google on their website on what are the packages that need to be installed for Ubuntu. So first of all, let me explain you VMware. So VMware, there are two versions of the software. One is VMware for Windows, which is a free version, and you call it download VMware Player, and you can just download it for free, and you can use it for opening any existing images, virtual machines. And for Mac, you don't have a free version of VMware Player. You have to purchase VMware Fusion, I've been using VMware Fusion for a couple of years. I recommend purchasing it. It's pretty good. Worth the money. It's quite stable, and I've been running multiple operating systems in VMware, so I can show you instance. So here I have my Windows. Now it's actually Windows 10. Sorry, I upgraded to Windows 10. Yeah, I got my Windows 10 and also my Ubuntu, which runs on the VMware. So I never had any issues for a couple of years. So it's really a very well polished software. So those people who don't want to purchase VMware on your Mac, you have an alternative of using VirtualBox. This is a free software by Oracle. So you can use this and open your virtual machine instances. And for Windows folks, it's recommended that you download Windows Play, VMware Play, and download the Ubuntu images. So there's a website called osboxes.org from where you can download Ubuntu 14.04.2, and if your machine is a 64-bit, download the 64-bit binaries or download the 32-bit binaries. So we have two tabs over here. So the one I'm referring to now is for VirtualBox, and this is for the VMware. So, and the username passwords are given over here. So basically what it contains is it's a basic Ubuntu installation. So you can just download it and open it with the virtual machine, and you have the entire Linux running. So let me just show you here. So I have Ubuntu. So basically it gives you a complete virtualized desktop for you. So yeah, this is a complete virtual machine of my Ubuntu. Okay, and the next thing is like, yeah, so why Ubuntu? Because if you go to the Android page, so they recommend Ubuntu for 14.04, 12.04, 10.04. So if you stick to Ubuntu, the easy part is like, you know, what are the basic software that needs to be installed in order to compile your code. If it is some other distribution, you did have to struggle a little bit, and yeah, you'll be spending more time and trying to figuring out what you need to do to get those things compiled. So I would recommend you go with Ubuntu. And yeah, that's pretty much it what I wanted to cover in this video. So if you have any questions, please put in the comment section, and we would reply to you.